Hello everyone, I'm Meena Norona and I welcome you to another episode of Walk the Special Path. Today we have two beautiful girls.
They are the siblings of special needs children. These two girls have been the best friends and the best support system any special needs child can have. Hope they'll be an inspiration and encouragement to other siblings of special needs children. Kruthika Bhatt is a sibling of Prati who has Down syndrome, and she has done her M.Tech in computer engineering, and presently she is in a PhD program in Stanford University. She is studying neuroscience of learning in children and plans to develop intervention methods and understand learning disabilities in children. Calisha Norona is a sibling of Calvin Norona who has autism, and she is in a final year computer science engineering in St. Joseph's College, Womanjur, Mangalore. Both these siblings have always been the support system of their brothers and a best friend for their special brothers. Kruthika Bhatt has always been a second parent. She's always stepped in whenever Pratik needed someone besides him. You can see the smile on the faces of these girls and can imagine that they're proud siblings. They're very proud that they have a brother who has special needs. Despite all the difficulties, they have risen above and made a mark and been there for their special brothers always. And I hope others also learn from their lives. Today they are going to share their journey with us.
So first of all, welcome today to this show.
Thank you.
And hope we learn a lot from you. So Kruthika, could you tell us something about yourself?
Yeah, so hello everyone, my name is Kruthika. So I've completed my B.Tech and M.Tech in computer engineering. I'm 24 years old, and this year I will be beginning a PhD in education and neuroscience, inspired by my brother as well. And I have an elder brother who was born with Down syndrome as well as mental retardation. He is around 7 years older than me.
Oh, that's nice that you have such a nice brother. So what about you, Calisha? Can you tell us something about yourself?
Hello, I'm Kalisha Norona and I'm currently pursuing my computer engineering. I'm in my 4th year. I have a eldest special sibling as well, and he has autism. His name is Calvin Norona and he's 25 years old. So we have around a 4 years difference, but we're still very close to each other, even though he's pretty much elder to me, but we are like pretty much the same age.
Oh, that's really wonderful, Coming out here to speak about your sibling, I think you really needs guts to have that, and really hats off to you that you have come here today to share your relationship with others. So others like you out there could get inspired by what you are doing with your brother, with your special sibling. Sometimes they think it so negatively. Hope they take some positive outlook from you and make their life better. So coming back to the topic, what's it's like to have a special sibling? So Kruthika, can I ask you first?
Yeah, so I have both my special sibling, which I mentioned. I also have a normal sibling. So I have an older sister who is older than me.
So you have both experiences.
Yeah, so I can say from both sides.
Okay.
So I would say that there's both positive and negative sides to it. One negative side is that my sibling, other siblings might be different, but his mental age is around that of a 3-year-old child. Okay. So he cannot understand many things. So if something is difficult for me or if I'm having some problem, I cannot go and discuss with him like I can discuss with my sister. So I can feel a bit lonely, can also feel a bit frustrating because I might want him to behave in a certain way, but he cannot do that. He might behave however he wants, or if there's some compromise has to be there, it has to come from my side. I cannot ask him to compromise because he cannot understand. So that are some negative things, but there's also a lot of positive things also. It has, I feel like it has helped me grow in many ways, which my other peers might not have experienced. I think I was able to mature a lot earlier. I was able to take on responsibility, be more reliable, be more patient, observant, all those things.
I think that's important,
Yeah.
yes. So Calisha, I would ask you the same question. What is it like to have a special sibling?
Okay, so for me, my whole life was basically this, because since my brother is elder to me, since I was born, this is my life. So there's nothing for me like what could be a life with
you don't have a normal sibling like she has one.
So I do not know what that is. So for me, the life which I have is fantastic. Even though I do feel that I cannot interact with him as I should or how my friends can. But I feel like what my brother and I have is like a special connection which only we both understand. It's like a sibling bond which we share that I don't feel like even my parents share with him, or if or normal siblings share. So I feel my life with my brother is perfectly normal and fine, even though there's negative aspects to it where I could again feel very lonely because I do not have another sibling who I could talk to or approach. But I feel like Calvin, my brother, he understands when I'm not in a right mood. So even though he cannot speak, he comes and empathizes.
They have
he
their own way.
consoles. Yeah,
They have their own
so
way of
he sometimes he just
express.
takes my head and just pats it like he doesn't know what he's doing, but he just pats it.
That's
Like,
a very beautiful
yeah.
relation. I think especially these special young ones, they understand.
Right.
They understand even if
they're
they
very
can't express.
socially in tune.
Right, and they can't express, but they understand. People who really love them. They're very kind. And I think the relation which you told us, with your sibling, it's really beautiful. And I hope every sibling has that beautiful relationship.
Right.
So now again, I say, what exactly the relation? Now you have said he's elder to you. So what is that relation? How do you look towards each other?
So although he is elder to me, he is like a small baby.
Yeah.
So there's many things that he cannot do. Many of the basic things he's
So,
unable
yes.
to do.
Right.
So a lot of the times I am someone who takes care of him and
Yeah,
does
it's like
all those
elder.
things
You
for
become
him.
It's like
elder.
I
at
am
that
the
point.
Elder
sibling,
sister.
yeah.
Yeah. So I feel I feel like I'm the older sister and he's the
Right.
younger brother in that way.
That's true. Yeah, true. And what about Calisha?
It's similar to what she says. Even though my brother is elder to me, I feel like I have the responsibility to take care of him, to look out for him, and like it's I have the sense of responsibility that I have to do this.
Automatically you become
It's
elder.
yeah,
I
it's
think
it's
that's there.
it's not like anyone told me to take care of him. It's just it happens. You automatically inculcate it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a wonderful bond which siblings share. And I think it's more of girls. Girls automatically they have this motherly instinct, I would say, or it's more of a protective instinct
Right.
when it comes. Okay, my brother needs me. I think that's what you want to say.
Yeah. Also, this kind of understanding, just communication or like one special language kind of develops
Yeah, right,
between
right.
which
Only
only
we
you
both
can
will
understand.
understand.
Right.
Yeah.
I can see now seeing both the siblings, they are on the same level
Yeah.
because both of them have elder brother and they automatically become elder sisters.
Right.
So it's so beautiful. I think all the other siblings should have that bond with yours. Those who are watching, please see, having a normal child is a blessing for your special needs one. That bond, if they form, I think that's the most beautiful thing we can have in our lives. So coming back to you, Kruthika, I would like to ask now, you said you have a special sibling who's much elder. So what effect it has on you personally?
So like I said earlier, it can have both a positive and negative effect. And negative effect is that at times I do feel very frustrated. If I'm having any difficulty or if I don't want to do something because I'm not feeling well, I can't just say no. I still
Right.
have to help him because he cannot do anything, right?
Yeah, he doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand. So someone has to take care of him. So those times that's a negative effect on me. I think, why do I have to do this? Why can't
Right, happens.
it would be so much nicer if I didn't have to. But then I think that I'm doing it for him. So I'm happy to do it as well. And positively, I do feel like I sometimes wish that I could be him because he is so carefree, so
I think he
joyful.
That is true, have,
And I could if I were him, I wouldn't have any worries in this world at all.
And you will get more attention also.
Yeah, I would get so much. Everyone would take care of me. I don't have to do anything. I can sit like one king.
That is true. That is so true. I agree.
I think we tell our special children, they are like kings, everything is done for
For
them.
them, yeah.
Everything is served.
So yeah, Calisha, again I would like to ask you, how has having a special needs sibling affected you?
Again, it's affected me in a good way and a bad way. In a bad way, I would say that when I was younger, like comparatively really small, I used to feel that my parents used to give all the attention to my brother and I used to not get any.
I think, yeah, that's a concern.
So I was
more.
kind of attention deprived. But then my parents did sit me down and they explained to me why he needs more attention. And and then I started understanding that he needs more attention. It's what he requires, and I do not, because I'm capable of doing things by myself.
True.
And plus I did face a lot of alienation from like my peers, because people, my friends who I used to hang out with when I was small, they used to not understand. I don't blame them, but they used to not understand what I was going through. So they used to look at my brother, and they used to think it's something probably contagious. So I carry it, and it'll pass on to them. So I used to not be invited for parties, and I should not be called out to hang out with, or just in the building itself. It's not. I remember like everyone was invited to a party, and I wasn't there. I felt really bad. But then I realized that if people do not accept me the way I am, if they do not accept my brother, then why do I need them? I do not need anyone.
I think that's the spirit, That's the spirit. You set an example for others. It happens because when elder people only are not accepting, we can't think, younger children, no. First thing, I think we need to have an awareness. Only by awareness, acceptance will come.
Yeah.
And you are a good example, where you speak out your heart out, people will watch this. And maybe acceptance will come. This is the example of you all, how lovely you have accepted your brothers. And hope others also get something from you, inspired from you. Thank you for sharing those things. Now I would like to ask, I know it's very difficult to connect to a special needs brother. Especially it's not a girl again, he's a boy. So how difficult it was to accept your sibling. He's like different. He's not like a normal sibling. You must have watched your friends.
Yeah.
So you feel, he's very different. So how difficult it was to accept that your sibling was different from others. Yes, Kruthika?
For me, I feel like because I had one normal sibling also, it wasn't very difficult for me, because when I was young, I didn't know that he was different. I always thought, this is how my brother is. Only when I became older, I understood that he is considered to be different. But that time, he is already my brother. That is how he is.
Right,
so I didn't have any challenge of accepting that why is he different or anything, because that is how he is.
The bond is already
formed. Yeah.
I think having a normal sibling also helped, I think.
I would play with my sister a lot, and my brother would be doing his activities on his own as well. Sometimes I would go play with him.
I think that's a little bit advantage when you have a normal sibling.
And when interacting with other people, also other friends, me and my sister would go together.
Okay.
So that was also another.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
Now coming to Calisha, I think you don't have a normal sibling. So only one special sibling. So how difficult it was to accept that your sibling was different from others?
Honestly, it wasn't difficult to accept it, because he is my brother. There's no accepting in that. He's my brother, and that is it. That's it. But when I was younger, I used to think that why is he behaving differently? Like, why is my mom feeding him? Why are they paying so much attention to him? Like, what is happening? But then eventually, I think I understood what is different. He's obviously not the same as other siblings, but I don't think I had like a hard time accepting it, because this is my life. It is my life.
That's really wonderful. I think it should come from within. But have you ever sometimes thought, seeing other relationship, how they are brothers, sisters, growing, going. So has it put you at a disadvantage anytime?
Sometimes, of course, you do imagine, like, what if
like
my
you
brother...
have a protective brother, you think elder brother is very protective. So
Yeah.
now your elder brother, you are being protective,
Yeah.
Do you feel that sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes, of course, I do feel like that. And I imagine having an older brother who is not a special sibling, who is a normal level. He would be working right now, might even be married also.
Okay, right.
But then I think that
that's life.
This is how it is. And one advantage I think is that he'll be like a baby for his entire life. Parents always feel sad when their children grow up and go away, but he'll always be a baby.
I think for parents.
We can always just take care of him. Always
Right.
put a lot of affection on him and receive that affection also.
So same thing, Calisha. What would you say, about it?
I feel like there were times
when you see others, think, they are so nice, they're doing everything.
Yeah.
So you felt something at any time?
I did, because I saw how normal siblings share this bond where they talk to each other, where they fight a lot. I've learned that from a lot of siblings, that they fight a lot. So that's one thing which I'm very glad about, that my brother and I do not fight. Even though he's an elder brother, he doesn't hit me. So I'm super glad for that. But I do feel like I wish there was someone who I could approach to, because you can't approach your parents for everything. The
Right,
siblings
true.
which you share a bond with, where you can approach them for advice or anything of that sort, and they would have your back. But I know that my brother has my back in another way. He's there. I know he's there for me, though he cannot express it verbally, but he does it emotionally, and that's more than enough for me. Like, even though I cannot share a bond with him verbally, like in communication, I think that me and my brother, we have this special language that no one else can understand. So I don't think
I
there's
think
anything.
that's very beautiful. Once you accept, I think everything falls into place.
Right, yeah.
So that's very important for a sibling. You accept your brother or sister as they are. Then only a bond is formed, a good relation, a beautiful relationship formed, and that relation will continue for your
For a
lifetime.
lifetime.
Yeah.
So I think that's very beautiful you have mentioned. So now I would like to ask Calisha, I will ask you. Did you ever wish you had a normal sibling?
Oh, of course, yes. I mean, it's again like I'm human, and there's times where I felt really alone, like really lonely, and when I didn't have friends of that sort. I wished I could have like a sibling who is normal, who
But
I
you
could
feel like I wish instead of this brother I had.
No. That I would not say no. It's impossible, because I loved my brother unconditionally, and now even if you would like offer me for like I would never take it, because the bond which I and which
He
Calvin and
shares,
I
yeah.
share is amazing.
Well said, beautiful said. Now, Kruthika, you have a normal sibling, I know. So, you think sometimes Pratik, your brother, would be normal, would be much better?
No, I like him as he is right now.
So beautiful.
Out of everyone in this entire world, I feel the most peace when I'm with him.
That is
So,
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's really beautiful, and it comes from your heart. It's really that relation. I think nobody can break that. It's really beautiful. Hats off to you, siblings. Even for others, normal people, they don't have that connection with siblings.
yeah.
They fight over some things, silly things. Sometimes having a normal elder sister, brother is not helpful. It puts them at a disadvantage. I think in that way you will not have fighting over
yeah.
things or
Right,
whatever.
right, yeah.
So they'll give you everything is your share. It doesn't go to them. That's really beautiful. Having a bond, a sibling bond, is the most beautiful thing I feel. Now again coming back, I would say now you have grown up over the years. Have you missed out anything just because you have a special needs brother, Kruthika?
yeah, so when I was younger, whenever we went to any kind of party, function, anything like that, we would go as a full family. So there were times when I had to go sit with my brother separately, so just so that my parents could go and eat.
Okay,
Because someone has to be there to watch him, and he doesn't have the patience to sit and wait for them. So I would have to go separately and sit with him in a quiet room. And that time,
Have you felt bad about it?
yeah, so when I was very small, I would feel sad that I'm missing out on all the other fun
How
things.
you dealt with it?
Yeah, so I'm actually quite introverted generally. So I would bring one book with me and I would sit there and read with him.
I think
And
yes.
nowadays I actually prefer sitting with him rather than mingling with a lot of other people. I feel happy to go and sit with
Okay,
him.
I think in his own way he has taught you something else.
Yeah.
So, Kalisha, coming back to you, I would like to ask, have you ever missed out on, you felt that I missed out on something having a special needs brother?
I wouldn't say I've missed out on anything, but yes, again, like even when we go out as families, like to any like malls or places, public places, we tend to get these stares from people that I don't think normal families would, because just because my brother is laughing, why do you have to stare at me? Like, why do you have to stare at us? That I really feel like that's something which is not right. And it kind of, when I was younger, it kind of made me feel like it kind of made me feel bad, because why are people staring at me? What did I do wrong? Why are they looking at me like that?
So, missed out on that enjoyment, you
Yeah,
mean that,
yeah.
going out.
And I've always had to be pretty much serious in my life, because now since
you
I
don't have options.
Yeah,
When you have a
I-
special
and
sibling, I understand. You don't have
since-
options.
Yes, even career-wise, since like for my parents, I'm like the normal child. Like
They have more expectations, I
Yeah.
think. When you have a special needs child, from the normal one, expectation automatically
increases automatically. So
And I
yeah.
think that matures you more faster.
It does.
Makes you like an elder sibling.
It gives you this responsibility that even at a young age, like even when I was very young, I've still felt responsible for my brothers. So yeah.
I think you have taken it in a positive way. That's more nice, because sometimes when these responsibilities comes, you tend to be negative. But it's so nice to see your smiling faces and say that how you have dealt positively with such instances, and it has, I think, made you better human beings as
It
such.
has, yeah.
So again, I would like to ask you, how has having a special sibling changed your life? It has better, it has negative, as we explained, but how exactly it has changed your life from how it was till now? How, like now you are saying you're studying, your career you have chosen because of him. How exactly your life has been changed because of your special sibling, and what lessons you have learned?
So I think that one thing is that it has matured me a lot faster. So I compared to my other friends who were, talking about TV shows and all sorts of things when they were at maybe 11, 12 years old, I was always thinking about taking care of my brother when I went home and things like that. And that responsibility also I developed a lot earlier. And I think that has helped me in many ways. I feel like it has made me more hardworking, more driven towards my goals, achieving my goals as well. It has also helped me be more patient as well as observant. Because my brother cannot really communicate how he's feeling, right? So I have to look at how he's behaving, and from that I can understand what it is that he wants. So that also I apply to all other things as well, to other situations and people. I try to observe them and act according to that. And I don't think I would have learned that if not for my brother. And then, he has been a big inspiration to me in terms of career as well. When I was in 12th standard, we had to do a project, a biology project, where we had to pick some topic and write one report on that. That time I picked Down syndrome.
Wow, that's really awesome.
Yeah, and then after that, I was still interested in this kind of learning disabilities and all, and I was helping my mother. She also runs an organization for children with learning disabilities, and that inspired me to kind of study these children and see how.
So now you're planning to do a PhD in that field.
PhD in this area, and a big inspiration has been my brother.
I think hope that helps many others. What you are planning to do. That's really wonderful. All the best in that. Now coming to you, Calisha, you think how has your brother changed your life for the better, and what you have learned?
I feel like he's taught me how to be more patient and empathize with people, and because of him I can I don't know how, but I feel like I have this intuition when something is wrong with someone or anyone. So because of Calvin, I can look at him, I can realize what mood he is in, and I can react accordingly. And that's how I feel about other people as well. So I kind of I can understand what they're feeling. So I feel like if it wasn't for Calvin, I wouldn't have been able to do this.
You wouldn't have been that person what you are now.
He's humbled me so much, and I thank God for everything he's given to me. I've never seen myself asking my parents for more, because of him I feel so grateful for what I have, what I am, how I can perceive things, how I can communicate, even if it's the smallest thing. I'm so grateful that because of him I'm like this. And plus I've learned how to sympathize with people, empathize with people, and it's all because of him. And he has this inspiration that he gives me, this inspiration that whatever happens, it'll be fine at the end of the day. He always has a smile on his face, no matter whichever situation we are in. He has a smile. He could
that's
be
something
anything,
very beautiful with us special needs children, as despite anything, any pain, whatever, they smile. And that teaches us a lot.
Right.
Because we worry about small things. When you see them, really feel
they're not worried about anything.
That's really good. I think hope in your future, like you said, you're doing something. We are also a computer engineer. Hope you develop some app which will help our children to maybe speak better, to communicate better. So we need more and more siblings like you, because what you have learnt in life you carry throughout your future, and it helps others.
Right.
So hope you leave a legacy for other people to follow. Ki siblings like you do so much, and that thing like you make a app, you make a paper project, whatever. So others get inspired through it. I hope that, and I really wish you good luck in that.
Thank you.
Really. And so nice things we are talking, and I can see you're such beautiful girls here. I think having a sibling puts that more sparkle in your life and your face. That's
We
really
tend to
good.
smile more. I think.
Right. I think smiling is one thing which we learn from our special needs children. Now I would like to see now, as you have grown up, maybe little age difference. What have you taught to your special sibling? You must have taught. Sometimes parents are tired. They'll say, okay, you sit and teach. Maybe scribbling, drawing, painting, mobile, whatever. Now I'll ask Calisha. I think what have you taught your special sibling, or how have you helped him in life till now? What you have done?
So my brother tends to look up to me a lot. Like, so whatever I do, he will also want to do the same thing. So I developed a taste for music, and even he started listening, and we both have the same music taste. So like whatever, so our parents get fed up because either I am playing the same music or he's playing the same music, and we both love dancing to this tune. Even he just holds my hand and we're just dancing in our own world. And even when I started learning how to play computer games, I taught him. And we used to play these multiplayer games, and then later in life I got busy. So now he's much better at me at it. He can play multiplayer games without even looking at the screen with both the hands. So I feel like I'm kind of responsible for it because I taught him how to
It makes you feel happy and proud, I
it makes me
think.
feel proud. And I've taught him a lot of things. I feel like we also we do a lot of mischief together, like, so this is very small ones. I tell him to, like, go hit someone, and he does that. They look at him,
really
they don't
fun.
know why, and then he's also laughing. So it's fun, like just small mischief, and it's we've done a lot of things together, like we go cycle, and it's a
I
learning
think in that meantime, you have also learned some lessons.
yeah, that's it's a both learning experience from both of us. Like, I teach him something, he teaches me something back. So like, even when Calvin used to fall down, he used to not even say anything. Unlike me, if I fall, I cry. Like, he used to fall, nothing happened to him. He's still going about his life the way it is. Unless one of us notices what's wrong, he is by himself, and he's taught me a lot of things. And I just feel like both of us together, we learn a lot of things together as a thing. It's not like I am the teacher, he's the student. It's both together.
And that's really wonderful. That's beautiful what you're doing with your sibling. Now, Kruthika, coming to same thing, he's elder to you. I think, but you must have taught him some things over the year. You tried to teach him or taught, yeah. There'll be always, I think, in that sibling, that relation is there.
Yeah.
And in turn, he must have also taught you something. Could you tell us something about it?
Yeah, so he doesn't have as much very good motor skills. His fine motor skills aren't very good. His verbal skills are not very good. He's just like a small baby. So most of the time I am taking care of him. But I have tried to teach him very basic things. So like to bring some plate from the table, to put it in the sink, to switch on the fan, things like that.
Yeah, small things
sometimes
count.
when I go to put my clothes to dry, I'll take the bucket and I'll ask him to help me. So he'll come and he'll lift the bucket along with me. He'll hand me the clothes while I put it for drying. He does it very slowly. I would do it much faster on my own. But he is very happy to help me.
Oh, that's nice. I think seeing that happiness, you feel like doing more.
He gets very excited to do activities. Yeah.
Okay, I think these activities only a sibling can teach. When parents teaching is a different way, sibling teaching is a different way, I think.
Yeah.
It'll be more fun for them, I think. It's a punishment, I understand, take you more time. But at the end of the day, I think you look back and you say, do you feel happy that I have taught him something, I have learned something, but I have taught him something. Being a mentor to him.
One time I did give him pen and teach him like to start drawing. Then he would come to my room and take my notebooks, school notebooks, and scribble on the front. So that was something that was a bit of a negative effect, but it was fine.
But I think now you can look back on that and laugh. Those
It's
are
quite
memories,
funny.
good
Yeah.
memories.
And I was actually very proud to see those scribbles. I didn't feel angry.
Okay. Hope you have kept them safely. So what about you, Kalisha? You feel that?
Yeah, so as I said that I taught my brother how to play games, and now he doesn't even need me to play games. So I kind of feel bad that he doesn't call me anymore, because before he used to pull my hand, even if I'm busy, he used to pull my hand, make me sit and play. But now he's playing multiplayer games without even looking at the screen. He's just looking at me and he's playing. I don't know what is he doing, but I feel like I have taught him that. My parents wouldn't have taught him that, so I feel like that's because of me.
But I think you feel proud that at least I could teach him.
Yeah,
anything.
and he, even now, whatever songs we play, he has this ability to like listen. Though he cannot speak, but he sings those songs. So I feel like I've taught him those songs, even if it's English, Kannada, Konkani, anything. He just happens to sing it. Like, he doesn't understand what it is, but he sings it. So I feel like I kind of take credits for that as well.
That's really beautiful. I think siblings can teach so many things which parents can't. Parents, when you're teaching, you're from another level. I think sibling goes to that level, and now you should be really proud, sisters, when you find your siblings doing something which you have taught. I think over the period of years, you will look back at those memories and really feel that satisfaction. At least I think you'll be satisfied that I've done something in his life. I am a part of that journey. I think you'll be really happy. And to other siblings also, I would say that you can be a beautiful part of that journey of your special one. You can be even a small part, even your younger brother or younger sister of a special one. I think you can play a very key important part in making your sibling independent, or teaching something, teaching him to laugh, teaching him to be happy. I think nothing is more important than that. So it's really wonderful what you are sharing with us, this journey. So I think there are many special needs children. Some will get inspired, or at least I hope, a few of them learn this. They might be having the journey, but they don't want to speak out. I feel the need of the hour is to speak out loudly, so that people are more aware that it is not difficult. When a sibling is joining the special one, I think the journey is much easier, because a parent can't be forever. So sibling is part of that journey, and from beginning, if that journey you're accompanying your special ones, life would be at least little better or easier. For both of you, it might be tough in certain cases, but I think it has made you more stronger. I think you agree on that. It has made you a stronger person.
I feel like it's made me more optimistic as well.
That's really wonderful. Because sometimes you always you get very laid back, but when you have a special sibling, you can't do that. That's really nice, to get your viewpoints on this. Now I would like to ask, like, you do activities with your children. What you would tell other siblings, what activities you could do? Simple things, maybe let it be a small thing like sitting coloring or playing a game, as you mentioned. So you think as a sibling, how you could help? Doing what activities at whatever age? Now they are elder. So being elder brother, what activities would you say that would help him? What would you do with him?
It really depends on the sibling, like what interests they have, what kinds of things they are happy doing. So I think it's important to try different things and see what it is that they respond more to. So like for my brother, if I tell him to do a computer game, he won't be able to.
It's a
That's not
ability,
possible. But if I go with one book and one coloring pen, he'll draw. If I go with like some blocks, he'll stack the blocks or he'll do beads. Those kinds of games he likes to do, and it occupies his mind for some time. And he also loves to listen to music. That is something he's been doing since he was a small baby. He responds only to music. So we have one music system that is just for him. He knows how to switch it on and put the radio as well. So I go and I dance with him a lot of the time. And he gets very disturbed if I dance with him. He doesn't like it if I disturb him.
But there are small things which only a sibling can do with the other sibling. So what about you, Calisha? What things you think, like, you can do activities, and what others will know, who are listening to this, they will know that we can do these things.
Again, like what she said was right. It depends on the on the special sibling, what they respond
ability,
to.
Interest, whatever you say.
Because if I tell my brother to write something, he'll just look at me like as if he's not interested at all in doing that. If I take like some blocks to play with him, he'll just do one. He'll stack it once and that's it. He'll just get up and go. So it depends on each sibling and the bond which they share. I
think you understand their interest more.
Yes.
Like my brother, he finds outdoor activities much more interesting. So we tend to go out cycling, swimming, all together. We used to cycle together for like an hour. So it depends. I think the sibling automatically learns how to do it. Like, I don't think my parents told me to do this with my brother. It just automatically happens. You
That's
develop
inside,
an
yes.
understanding what your special sibling, whether you're elder or younger, it just automatically comes
I
in.
think that's a wonderful part, having a sibling, and if you accept your special one, I think you can form a really beautiful bond. And there are so many things which even a parent can't teach. I think it's
Yeah.
only a
Right.
sibling, and when a sibling is teaching, I think they also feel better, or they learn better, I feel, in a different way, because same level you are. So
Parents are usually, I feel like what I've seen, they're usually frustrated when the children cannot learn something, and because for them also it's a new thing.
they become tired because they have to see to their physical, emotional, all other
Right.
needs. So that time a sibling, if they steps in, I think life of a specially young one would be much easier, better. I think that's. Many more siblings do what you all are doing. I really wish that, and if they are doing, really congratulations. If you are doing such work, if you are not doing, please do. Please support your sibling in whatever way you can. Take out the time. I think at the end of the day, you will be very happy and proud of yourself. So now what I would like we spoke about positive. Now can you tell us, like, having a special needs child, what is the exact positive, more positive impact, how it has made you a better person? Kruthika, yes.
Yeah, so it has made me more optimistic about life. I feel like a lot of my friends, they would get upset about very small things, which to me it didn't seem like a very big deal. I always saw it in a very positive light. Small things that went wrong didn't really affect me that much. So I think that has helped me a lot, that optimistic attitude. And also my friends would also be so worried about the future. They would always be having a lot of tension about it. But I feel like my brother, he's always so happy, so joyful. I would go to him, and even if I was feeling worried about an exam, I would feel better sitting next to him.
I think it calms you.
Yeah, and then I would
does.
feel more confident also because I have that calmness. And then it has made me a more empathetic, observant person. And that is something that a lot of people have told me, that I listen very well, and they really
It made you a good
appreciate-
listener.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
And they like coming to me and telling me their problems. So that is
That's
something
really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So Kalisha, again, I would like to ask, what are the positive effects of having a special sibling? How it has made you a better person? Like, now you are here, so how it has made you a better person?
I feel like again it's this responsibility which comes within. I feel if it wasn't for him, I would be carefree. Like, I wouldn't have any goals in life, like, not as such. But because of him, I have, like, I know what direction I want to go in. I feel like I want to do something for him where he could live in a better place, where maybe a non-judgmental society, even small things what we could do. So honestly, I feel like my mind has diverted, like, to like, it's kind of devoted to autism. Like, whatever happens, it's kind of like I kind of apply the situation, like, what would I have done like this, what could be the outcome.
Basically, it's like made you a better person, I think. As a person, it has made
More
you a better
understanding,
person.
you become more,
And you
yeah.
connect that with your special sibling with others. So
Right.
it has made you more better
Right.
in
More
every way.
understanding, right.
So overall development is much better, I
Yeah.
think. That's it. But you have to think it positively. I think that's more important. If you take it negatively, again, yes, it will not have that good impact. Now, being you will be like a second guardian of your special. So are you happy? Like, at this age, I should not have that responsibility of having a special sibling. After your parents, maybe the next guardian might be you. So are you ready for that, or you okay?
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. I would actually be very happy to take care of my brother in that way, because I don't want someone else to be taking care of him
That
who
is-
doesn't
yes.
understand him.
That's really, I think, beautiful thought. Yeah, and what about you, Kalisha?
It does kind of scare me, I would say, in a way, because when I imagine a world like without my parents, because right now they take care financially, physically, emotionally, everything they do. I'm just a very small contribution, like, I just give a very small contribution. So now when I think that after my parents, it scares me that will I be able to do what they have done? Will I be able to financially support him? And it's because it's just me and him. Will I be able to work at the same time as I support him? What would I do? How it's even though I've not reached that level, but I still have those thoughts in my head that what if I go for work and who's there to look after him? How do I?
The fear is there.
Yeah, so, and again, I wouldn't want to put him in
The residential facility.
right, because it's again scary. They don't know what he likes. They don't know how to deal
I
with
think
it.
in case you have to step up to be a guardian, I think you are ready, because by the
Yeah.
things I've seen, I've noted, I think you all are already ready to take care of that.
Ready, but again, there's this fear
Yeah,
which
that's
is there.
it's a long way to go. You have a long way to go. So the mind set is important. You have a strong mind. That is more important. If you are weak in mind, I think then whatever you think, you will not reach that goal.
Right.
That's more important. A positive lifestyle, positive mentality is important. So I think hopefully in the future you'll be more, it's an inspiration to more other people, more siblings, I feel. So now I think when you go out and all, you go out with your brothers as a family. So you have seen the facilities around Mangalore. So how do you think, are they good enough for special needs? Because now you both are adults. So I think you'll be able to know when you take your special sibling outside as a family or alone you're going out. The facilities around Mangalore, you think they are sufficient, they're good enough? What is lacking?
So one thing is when we would go to restaurants, we would have to first see if the restaurant is suitable for my brother.
Right.
Because if it has a tablecloth which has glasses on it, he'll just pull the tablecloth
Right,
and all the
right,
glasses
that's
will
true.
break. So you have to check that the restaurant is safe enough for my brother. And also that it should not be very crowded. There should be like one separate place which is a bit more quiet, which has AC, where he won't get excited or upset.
Right.
So we have to see all those things, and we have to think about all of those things anytime that we go out. We have to first think if my brother will be okay in that situation.
I
or
think,
not.
yeah, you have to think of a lot of
Yeah, we have to
aspects.
think of all those things. So restaurants won't, be thinking about all of that
True,
or
true.
catering towards that.
And I think even those, they don't have that,
Yeah.
they're not very aware.
Not aware. right.
Yeah, and so there's one thing that I thought that might be good in a lot of places is having one separate quiet room or something like that, where kids who get overwhelmed very easily by all this
I
external
think these
factors.
facilities we should bring in.
Yeah, we
like
should bring it in.
So that's good. I think hope the viewers listen to that, and we need these facilities, like you said, a quiet room, maybe some dim lights, or the hotels also should be aware that bringing out a special needs, they should cooperate, I think.
Yeah,
Right.
yes.
So what about you, Calisha? What do you think? What we are lacking now, the facilities, when you go out with your special needs brother, or you feel the facilities are lacking? If this was better or that was better, what would you say about that?
One thing which I've observed a lot while going with my brother is that the lack of washrooms for them. Like, I feel like they should the malls or any public places should have a special washroom which is just meant for like special needs children, because now if my father is not there and it's just me, my mother and my brother, we cannot send him alone to a gents washroom because it's
Unless they are very independent, you can't send it.
and we cannot take him to a ladies washroom because he looks like a grown man.
That's
So
true,
I
that's
feel
true.
like there should be a special washroom which should it'll make our lives easier. And I also feel that transport facilities, again, it's a very a challenging thing traveling with my brother, because again, if you have seen the buses, it's all crowded and you cannot
And
use
the horns are too much
it's
here,
too
Bangalore,
much,
yeah.
and
He
there's
is
no
unable to stand and
right,
wait.
there's no seats, and even outdoor facilities, like I would say parks, they're all for small children. Like my brother personally, he likes outdoor activities. He loves going to the parks, but then we're kind of afraid to take him there because it's all small children playing there, and they give us
These children don't understand
they
how
don't
to behave.
understand.
Yes, right,
And
true.
it's I feel like the society should be more accepting, because when we go out, we get these stares. Now we are not affected by it. It's
True.
it's happened to us so many times that it's not. And I feel like if my brother, he has like an episode, like something happens, he starts reacting to something, people just stop there and they start staring like as if it's one entertainment show, and everyone just crowds there.
So
And
that's really very bad, which our society does, but
yeah,
sadly.
and
Yes.
many people start recording also. So I feel like that if you're not going to help the person, at least don't stare and watch.
So that's very
So
good.
yeah, so I feel like people should be more aware is what awareness is the first step to anything. So if you're aware, automatically the other facilities will come.
I hope you all become an ambassador for our special needs children, because parents can do only so much. But if you all siblings, I think collectively, if you have more siblings, you can form a support group for siblings with special. I think you all youngsters as such can make a big difference to the society. So I hope you take this as a starting point and, you know, bring along more special siblings and try to change something, because, you know, we can, like charity begins from home, we can start small things to start with. Have outdoor activities like you mentioned, hotels, maybe you can collect more families and go together, or siblings, you know, you can have a group of siblings and special needs go out, so that you also get the support from other siblings. Maybe you can all try going to a movie with your special sibling. I think as a collectively, as a group of special siblings, you can try that.
But again, that's the problem. People don't tend to come out. They don't want to
True,
share.
that is again true.
So it's very hard. Like even special families, they have a hard time accepting what is the reality. So they don't come out, and it's hard to get people to come because no one wants to.
That's true. They don't want to come. But I hope educated siblings, you know, at least you all come together and do something, small things. Start with a small thing, maybe get together, or, you know, take your special brother out. If you individually, it's difficult, I understand. But if you all can go as a group, that would be, I think, that's a suggestion. If you could start something, everything will start small. So you both are a very good examples of how you are taking care of your brothers. So you all start something like this. I wish you all the best. If you could do something, it will be really wonderful for others also to follow you. So now I think before concluding, I think there's so many special siblings. What message would you like to give? You have done so much for your brother. You accept it wholeheartedly. You've made a big change, positive impact in the special siblings' life. Now, Calisha, I would like to ask, what message would you like to give other special siblings?
So what I would like to say from the heart to another sibling is that you're also heard. Like I personally know, like I can understand what she's saying because I've been there. So I feel like this is I feel like acceptance is key. You just have to
accept your sibling.
You have to accept that this is your life. You cannot say this is not your life and you can't just live a separate life. That's not how it is. You have to accept it, accept your sibling. And moreover, I feel like don't be an extra weightage to your parents. Like they're already having a hard time with your siblings. So if it's like hard for you to contribute, at least do not make it hard for like
create problems. Yes.
Right. So
try to be understanding. I think they need to be understanding of
even the very small things, whatever you could do, spend some time. So your parents would get some free time. Spend some time, talk to your brother, sister, anyone. Just like spend time with them. You will automatically understand. It's a sibling instinct which will come automatically. I feel like it comes from within. No one puts in. No one can put like. No one can.
It's not pressurizing into something.
Yeah.
It's something which should come.
It comes from within, right?
So Kruthika, again, I would ask, like, you know, their special siblings. What message would you like to give them?
So when I was younger, I always felt that I was all alone, that no one else has a special sibling like mine. Everyone else has normal siblings, and I felt very upset that I couldn't talk about how difficult it was with them because they didn't understand. So my message is that you know, if you have a special sibling, don't feel like you are alone. There are many others who are like you, and you can talk about them with your difficulties because others will understand those others who have special siblings. So don't ever feel like that you're alone.
So I think they can always speak to the parents also. They hesitate. If you're feeling something, I think first you could speak to your parent. You could speak to friends. I think friends, having good friends is...
Again, that's it. The friends, they listen, but they won't understand what we're going through. So what special siblings they share, like I've come across a lot of special siblings in my life, and I feel like even each of us, we have a special bond with each other because we understand like what we are going through individually.
So maybe all special siblings come together and
you
know, give an inspiration to others, or they learn something from you. I think that you should do. Like we have formed the support group of parents with special needs. You should form a support group for siblings. So maybe sometimes you want to speak out your heart, or you need any support, or you need to do activities together. I think that would be better. That's why I hope next time you come here on screen, you can see we formed a support group and okay, we are trying to do something for special needs collectively. So I wish you all the best. It's really wonderful to share so many things. Before we leave, I would like to ask Kruthika, if you would like to leave a thank you note for News Karnataka on this channel now, what would that be?
Yeah, so I want to thank you for giving me this chance to speak about this topic today. I feel like this is something that's not talked about very often at all. And so I feel very happy that I can talk about it. And I hope that other special siblings are also able to come forward and talk about their relationship with their sibling and not feel embarrassed by that. They should feel proud of having a
I
special
think that's
sibling.
very important, being proud of your special.
Yeah.
Kalisha would ask you same thing. If you would like to leave a thank you note for News Karnataka, what would that be?
I would really like to thank News Karnataka for giving this platform to us to speak openly without being judged, so we can share our thoughts, we can understand what we are, what each of us are going through, and I feel like this topic hasn't been talked about a lot. So
it's like hush hush, I think, special needs topics. Nobody wants to talk openly.
No one wants to talk about, no one wants to know about it, no one's aware about it. It's a very ignorant society. So I feel like this would give a chance for people to come to know what each of us is going through, what exactly is happening in the present world, not in our own dream world which we live in. So I feel like not other channels, they talk much about this. So I feel like News Karnataka has taken this very important and crucial step for giving the platform for us to talk about it, so something can happen eventually.
I think more awareness can be created, which is really very important.
Right.
So I think yes, News Karnataka, hats off to this channel.
Thank you
for giving us the opportunity, giving us a platform, and helping us in creating this. And I'm really thankful to you both, Kalisha and Kruthika, to come here, share your journey, share your feelings. And I hope the other siblings who can connect with you emotionally, what you are speaking, there must be so many of them, they can't speak out. It's so wonderful, you have put it in beautiful words for us. And we are so proud of you both. And I hope all the other siblings feel the same way and be supportive of your special needs brother or sister, and you can take them ahead in this journey. Parents, of course, they are there, but siblings are the most important part. I feel they are a blessing to a special family, because everything a mother or father can't do. It's only a sibling who understands that brother or sister. So I wish all the siblings, please, all the best to you. We really wish you good luck in whatever you do. But please, never lose hope. Connect with other siblings, connect with other people, speak to your parents if you're going through depression or finding because you have a special needs. Having a special needs brother or a sister, it's not very bad to you. You always learn something. You take the time to pause from your life. Others' life is very, very competitive. When you have normal siblings, you don't even think, you are just competing with others. But having a special sibling, I feel it gives you the time to stop, think about your life, like I say, to smell the roses, to know what is going on, and you take your life more seriously, not taken for granted. I think that's what I understood, and move ahead in life with a more positive approach. So thank you so much, both of you. It's so beautiful to see beautiful girls, beautiful youngsters, coming out and speaking. That's what we need today. So hopefully you form a support group, you have, inspire others, siblings. So wish you good luck, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for everyone.